Wow, so many people.
Yeah, a lot of people. A lot of fans of yours here in Liverpool. But first of all, before we get to some questions, and then we'll get you guys to ask some questions to our guest, how have you been enjoying the Comic-Con so far?
Amazing. It's I've done a few over the years. The last one was 6 or 7 years ago. It was in Shanghai.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it was crazy and fun. It's lovely to meet people who are happy to see you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're so happy that you're here at Liverpool Comic-Con, and we're going to keep you just for a bit. Then, by the way, if you haven't had a chance to meet Luke, he's going to be doing autographs and photo shoots here in Liverpool. But gosh, I don't even know where to start because your career is so amazing. Star of stage and screen. I've loved you in so many different things. Any career highlights for you that really stick out as something that you really particularly were proud of?
Well, I try and be proud of everything I do, because, you know, you put a lot of work into each job and each role. But there's ones that stick with you, of course, and weirdly I've been signing those ones today, because there's a lot of people who want here because of those characters, and they really are the ones that also have left a mark on me, you know, and some I can't go anywhere in the world without being shouted at about those characters, you know, it's the way it is. They are, you know, Dracula, Gaston. Yeah, we love him. I love him. He's a bad guy, but we love him. And Bart the Bowman. Yeah, which sort of was the first thing I did that people really resonated with on this kind of fan level, which was like, wow, I've done something that's gonna be with me for a long time. And so yeah, it's nice.
There's so many favorites, but of course Gaston is very close to all of our hearts. I'm seeing some cosplay Bells out there. I've seen a lot of
I saw Belle earlier. She was in full dance mode in her yellow dress, which was quite impressive.
Yes.
I asked her, did she want to change her mind? She said yes.
She did.
She did.
Good decision.
So flaky.
Yes. Well, Gaston, we love the character so much, but what is it like to be a part of the Disney family now, the big phenomenon that is Disney? I mean, I'm an Orlando kid, so grew up going to Disney World, but to play such an iconic character and bring it literally to life, what was that like?
I mean, I knew it was going to be an experience and a fun job, but I didn't have any idea of how much fun it was going to be to play Gaston. I mean, I wanted people to sort of like him a little bit, because I think that's the whole fun of a bad guy, is if you like the bad guy. And then he does something really bad, you all have to question your moral compass a little bit, like, oh God, I liked him, but he's just so bad. And so I made the most of that, you know, I made people laugh. Gaston is an idiot, and a funny idiot, and he has a great sidekick who should be sitting here right now.
Oh, we love him, Josh.
Where is LeFou? We wish he was here, but, you know, I'm going to represent the both of us today. And then what's weird is, you know, you do the movie comes out, it makes over $1 billion, and everybody loves it. And then for the rest of that time, which it was like 6 years ago, I think we made that movie, I can't go anywhere in the world now without somebody shouting Gaston, which is doesn't matter what country, doesn't matter, in many languages, people know the word Gaston. And it's a nice thing. It means I'll never forget that experience, which is a good thing.
I imagine at pubs they just want you to sing and want you to start smashing things, and does that happen a lot?
Well, the kids often ask me, where is my red jacket? Which is interesting, because it means that the color of the jacket was as important to them as the character, which is interesting, yeah. But yeah, they just either run from me in airports or they come up and want a photograph. Yeah, and the girls love Gaston the most.
We don't mind him, do we?
Which says a lot about girls liking bad guys.
Yeah, that's a therapist's dream right there. I don't want to box that.
There we go.
There's a whole lot to unpack there for sure. Well, speaking of your vocal stylings, I mean, obviously you have an amazing voice and we heard it as Gaston, but you have a new album out, A Song for You. Can you tell us about your music? Isn't it number 4 in the charts right now?
Well, it was on Saturday.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I mean, it fluctuates all the time, but yeah, it was, it's my second album, and I did the first album probably because of Gaston, so I've got a lot to thank him for. And then just as lockdown was finishing, I had been writing music, and I decided to make a second album, and I wanted it to be different, and it's all very beautiful music that I love to sing. I did 2 duets, one with a fellow Welsh person, Charlotte Church, and then I sang a duet with Nicole Kidman. She said yes, and So she sang this amazing duet with me. Yeah, it's amazing to actually do, because I love singing. You know, I love acting, but singing is like my soul is in singing. So to get to do it on an album, and you know, and then people can listen to it and hopefully enjoy it. It's really special for me.
Well, we're going to ask you guys to go up to the microphones if you have a question, but one question from me. If we're talking about music and you singing with certain people, I mentioned this backstage, there's a great YouTube clip of you singing with the script in Cardiff, Wales, in your home country. You did a lovely rendition of Break Even to an amazing crowd in Cardiff.
I did, yeah. Those boys were singing in my hometown, and they knew that I was in Wales also, shooting a Welsh drama. And so they asked me if I'd sing on stage with them. I was like, yeah. I was amazing. I felt like a rock star.
You sounded like a rock star. Really cool. You guys have checked that on YouTube if you haven't already. We have some amazing cosplayers here, and as I mentioned, we have one right here at microphone number 1. Hello. Please feel free to introduce yourself.
Looking good, sir.
Thank you. My name's Josh. I'm a big fan. I'm a massive fan.
Thank you.
Gaston, Pinocchio, you were so good. And my question is, I want to be an actor myself. Have you got any tips and stuff like that to for someone new?
Yeah, I mean, do you have any lessons or classes?
I'm at a drama school.
Oh, well then you're already on your way.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best start, is to go to drama college or have acting lessons or singing lessons. Do you want to be an actor on film and screen, or
yeah?
Yeah, but you like to sing as well?
Yeah, I love musical theatre. I'm gonna get some lessons, but I'm wondering if
Well, you should just do it all. Do it all, because the more things that you're good at in this industry, the better chance you will of getting a job. And just try and enjoy it, because there's a process, and it's not easy. You know, this business is not easy. And I worked very hard for a very long time before I had the success that I got, but it wasn't easy. And I worked and I did lots of other jobs. So you've got to remember, like, a little knockback here and there is not a bad thing. It's actually good, because it makes you stronger. And you just we got to be resilient as actors, you know, and you got to look at the big picture. And that's about it. You just got to, you know, believe in yourself and just absorb everything that you get, because that's important. And life experiences as well are very important as an actor, because you can pull on them sometimes when you play characters. So, yeah, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Yes, round of applause. Best of luck to you. And thank you for your candid answer, because we do have a lot of aspiring actors when we come to Comic-Con, so we appreciate that very much. We have a question over here at microphone number 2 on the left.
Hi, I'm Sophie from Nottingham. That was
Hey.
my question. So,
Think of another one.
what was your favourite character to play?
I mean, the one that's been the most entertaining is Gaston, for sure, without a doubt. People just, yeah, it was also nice because I entertained everyone from the old octogenarians down to the 2-year-olds. It sort of was an expansive entertainment audience, and I don't get to do that all the time, and that was nice. It was also the first time I did something for the whole family, because all my other stuff was sort of action and serious stuff, and then, you know, I did something for the kids. And I've got godchildren, and lots of friends have children around me, so I could, you know, I could entertain them too. So, Gaston.
That's right, fun for the whole family. We've got a question up here on the right, all the way at the top, microphone number 3.
Hello.
Hello, Luke. I'm Kareen from Doncaster, huge fan. So I follow you on Instagram, and I know that you've got an amazing voice, and I was wondering if you'd be able to treat everyone here and give us a rendition.
Okay. I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs. I've made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life in stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now, and I'm singing a song to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for putting you to work here in Liverpool. We're going to go to microphone. Thank you so much for that. Microphone number 4 up here on the left.
Can you reach it?
Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Heath from Congleton.
Hello, buddy.
And I was going to ask if you ever had a crush on someone in the cast of Beauty and the Beast.
Oh. Well, I mean, I have to say, being in Emma Watson's company, you do you are a little like, it's Emma Watson. But I was very well behaved, and I would know. I was very. How about you? Did you have a crush on anybody in Beauty and the Beast?
No.
Not even Belle.
I watched too much Harry Potter.
Oh, fair enough.
He's annoying in it.
Say it as it is. Love you. Love that.
We love some honesty here. Truth bombs here in Liverpool. We'll go back to microphone 1 here down on the right.
Hello, Luke. Big
Hello.
Man. Mark from Belfast. Just wanted to ask, are there any musicals, either stage or film, that would be on your hit list?
Well, you know, when I was a kid, the reason why I became a singer was because we used to have 2 sisters that used to live in my house with me and my mum and dad. And one of them, when I was about 7 years old, went to see Phantom of the Opera. And they brought back LPs, vinyls of the double LP of the musical. And I remember sitting on her lap and the music was playing and I was listening to the Phantom. And I've always dreamt of being the Phantom of the Opera. I know it's been made, and I know they made a movie of it, and I know it won't ever happen, but there's a dream just to put that, I used to have the mask and everything, just to dress up as Phantom, and sing Music of the Night. That's probably one of my dream roles to play, so maybe.
As a massive Phantom fan, please record it for your next album.
I will totally do that.
That's iconic. Great question. Thank you. We'll go to microphone 2 here on the left.
Sorry if I'm stuttering. I'm still really shaken after that brilliant singing you've just done.
Aww,
If I keep stuttering again, I'm so sorry. But because I'm a huge literature geek, love reading, and a lot of the stuff that you've been in, Dracula, The Hobbit, I've read those books, and after reading the material and then seeing the films, it really sort of spoke to me in a very sort of like backroom sort of outlet, and a lot of especially The Hobbit, which is my absolute favourite of the novels, and also the films. You're brilliant in it, by the way, I have to say it once. But I was curious, what was the moment, or like how did you end up having the role as the bard in those movies?
It's a very interesting question, and I have a very interesting answer to go with it. So that was quite a long time ago now, and it was very near the beginning of my film career, so nobody really knew who I was, so I auditioned for Bard the Bowman, and then I didn't hear anything for 18 months, and then out of the blue, one day, I'd forgotten that The Hobbit was being shot. I was like, it didn't go to me, it went to somebody else. I'll find out when I see it on the screen, as sometimes this happens. And then they started shooting, but obviously, as you now know, Bard doesn't come into the story until episode 2. And so they got to the point where they needed to cast Bard the Bowman, and they went through all their audition tapes, and there I was, and they called me up. And I was, it was the morning that I was flying to New Orleans to play a psychopath in a movie called No One Lives. Bit of a spoiler in that title, but anyway. And Peter Jackson wanted me to fly to New Zealand to do a screen test. And I couldn't. And I thought, well, this is the most unluckiest moment of my career. I'm going to miss out on the job because I couldn't. I'd signed up to do a movie in New Orleans. So I got on the plane very, very sad because I wanted to be Bart the Bowman so much, but there was nothing I could do. So I got on the plane, a very long flight to New Orleans, got off the plane, turned on my mobile phone, and the messages came through and they said, Peter Jackson has rewatched your audition tape and they're going to offer you the role. And so from there, I did the movie, covered in blood every day, killing people in every terrible, terrible things I did. And then from New Orleans, I flew directly to New Zealand. And I stayed in New Zealand for almost a year. With the wrong clothes. I went from New Orleans, where it was very hot, to New Zealand, where it was really freezing. So I had to buy more clothes. But that's how I got the job.
Well, either way, you were absolutely bloody brilliant.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And it goes back to what you said about the acting advice, that when something kind of, there's a deterrent, sometimes it can turn into something really amazing.
Well, you know, that's the thing. And this business is a real, you know, it's true. Sometimes when one door closes and you go, oh, another one opens and you go, if I had said yes to that, I would not be available for this. So again, you know, it's a beast of its own world, this movie industry, TV industry. So you got to just be optimistic.
Great advice. We're going to go up to microphone 3 up here on the right.
Hi, I'm Katie from Wigan. I was just wondering, when you auditioned to play Gaston, did you want to be like any other character? Or did you set your mind for Gaston?
Oh no, I didn't want to play him at all. No, in fact, I'd said no. Twice. Because I played a lot of bad guys at that point in my career, quite sort of famous bad guys. Owen Shaw in Fast and the Furious, you know, and people, like, you know, again, another film wherever I go in the world, people shout, Owen Shaw! You're like, oh God. But then I was chatting to my friend whose children I am the godfather to, and they're all very young. And I said, no, I don't think I want to do it. I don't want to audition for it. I don't want to sing for them. I just don't want to play the role. I'd rather play the beast. And he was like, are you kidding, dude? He's like, Gaston's like the best role in the film. And I'm like, yeah, but he's the bad guy. He said, watch this with my godchildren. Just watch it. And I did. I watched it with the godchildren. And the second Gaston came on the screen, they went from relaxing to like on the, they were really affected by Gaston. And I looked at these kids and I was like, okay, I get it. So I went in, I sang for Bill Condon. The Disney people saw it, and the rest is history. But yeah, I didn't want to play him, first of all, but I'm really glad that it did happen, so.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're really glad you did too. We've got a question all the way up top, microphone 4 on the left.
Hi, I'm Scarlett from Congleton.
Hiya.
What's your favourite Disney film?
Ooh. Well, Disney films for me is all about the music. I just love the music. And the one that sticks with me the most is The Lion King. You know, that music is, I've sung most of those songs, like most of my adult life. Yeah, it's just awesome. And the stage production is incredible, and the live action version is amazing. But the music is what I remember the most about it, and, you know, Beauty and the Beast, close second.
We've got a question here at microphone number 1 on the right. Hello, Edward.
Hello!
Hello!
I'm Macy from Manchester. All of us Gaston fans would love to know, could you possibly eat 5 dozen eggs?
That's how many eggs? That's a lot of eggs, isn't it?
I think that's about 60 eggs a day.
Ooh, you wouldn't want to be in the same room as me afterwards, that's all I'm going to say. I'd have a good go though, but probably not.
I reckon you'd eat 6 dozen.
At least eat 6 dozen.
We've got a question. Oh, this is our queen of cosplay. So hello to Wish Mama, everybody. She's been judging hosting our cosplay competition and masquerade, so she's amazing. Yes, ma'am, what's your question? Give her a round of applause. A little encouragement for our Wish Mama.
Just swallow some Disney dust.
Sorry, I'm the evil queen, of course. So, channel the bad guy in red. But I'm
we're going to focus on your singing side of things, and your song Horizons Blue is beautiful.
Thanks.
Where did you get your inspiration for that song? Because it is so beautiful.
It is. It's beautiful. Well, I just I wrote it when we were all in lockdown and we were all separated from our loved ones, and there was no vaccine at that point, and nobody knew who was going to get it and what was going to happen, and I just wanted to write something optimistic and happy, and I thought, well, falling in love is one of those moments, and when you fall in love, you remember all these first things that you see about that person. You never forget the moment you meet someone, right? When you fall in love with that person, you remember those moments very clearly, and so I love Adele. Now, the reason why Adele has an impact on me is because her music is always so powerful and it's always personal. It's often about relationships and the good parts of the relationship and the sad parts of the relationship. So one song I wrote another one called Busy Breaking Yours, which is very sad and regretful and tragic. But this one I thought I want to write something optimistic and upbeat, and something that will, take people on a little journey of those moments of when love takes over and chooses you to fall in love with. Someone chooses you, and I think that's a lovely idea that, if any of us are lucky enough to fall in love, that feeling of I was chosen to fall in love with you, which is a lovely sound. And so yeah, I'm a total romantic, guys. Total romantic.
As someone married nearly 20 years, absolutely perfect song. Brilliant.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You can hear the entire crowd.
She's not that wicked, is she? She's clearly a romantic.
Heart of gold she's got there. We're going to go up to microphone number 3 up at the top on the right.
Hi Luke, my name's Lee from Manchester. I'd like to say it's a pleasure to meet you. I think your film Dracula Untold was brilliant and absolutely amazing. I've seen some rumours on social media that you're doing Dracula 2. If it's true, what's the I can't think of the word for it now.
What's the premise?
Story behind
No, listen, I wish that was true. It deserves to be made, and I'm the first one to say it. But no, we're not shooting it, no. We need to get Universal to pull their socks up and do it, because I think there is a brilliant story to be had. I mean, also Gaston. Which one are we talking about? Dracula, the one with the teeth. Right, yeah. Likes blood, yeah.
That's it.
Red is a theme though in these characters, which is also
with you in red.
very strange. He's eternal, and so he can turn up anywhere at any time. But they need to do it soon, because I'm only getting older and older, and I'm going to need a lot of tucks
I know a guy.
to play him,
I'll
because
give you a number. I know a guy.
he doesn't get old. But no, I hear you, buddy. I wish they were making it too. So who knows?
Well, all I'd like to say is, in the future, I hope you go far and pretty well.
Thank you very much. It's very kind. You too.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much. Pull up their socks. I've never heard that term before. Is that a
It's a very British thing, isn't it? Pull up your socks.
like it.
Sort yourself out.
We've got a question here at microphone 4 up on the left.
Hello Luke, I'm Sophia and I'm from Haydock.
Hiya.
And I was wondering, what was your favourite moment of when you got Gaston?
I'll tell you, I know this moment. When, in the opening sequence, a little town, and Belle is singing and she walks through the town and the village, which was built to be a complete replica of the animation, which in itself is mind-boggling, is how they did that. Even the geese around the fountain in the middle and all of that. And that day was very special because we had all the cast, all the amazing ensemble and the supporting actors. A lot of them were musical theatre actors, and some of them I'd worked with in musicals a decade before. So we're surrounded by immensely talented people, and it was choreographed so beautifully. And I had to walk through the middle of it all and sing that line, "I'm going to make Belle my wife," and it was like, woo! It was like a magical moment. I got goosebumps just singing. Look at that. Still got it. That's Disney magic for you guys. It never dies. Never dies.
Oh my God, you're talking to me. I had Beauty and the Beast bed sheets. It was my favorite Disney film. I was obsessed with Belle. And
You
speaking
still
of Belle,
do?
I still do, actually.
There we go.
Yeah.
There's the truth. Let's
Is
have
that
the truth.
weird?
No, not at all.
Well, speaking of Belle, ladies and gentlemen, we have an amazing cosplayer over here who is a beautiful Belle.
Speaking
Give
of-
her a round of applause. And she's got a question at microphone 2.
Hello, Belle.
Hello, it's so nice to speak to you. I myself am a musical theatre actress. I'm currently in my second year at a theatre school down in London.
Fabulous.
And I know you said about singing was such a passion for you. And as someone who's a really big nerd, as well as loving that side of singing, I was just wondering, like, what's your favourite passion in musical theatre or theatre in general, and how do you keep that passion alive?
Well, what's wonderful about musical theatre is, firstly, the music is part of the story, and it's not a soundtrack, it's a cast member. Like the music and the themes and the melodies that follow through a whole musical, they carry you emotionally through the story, and I've always loved that part of what musical theatre stands for. And some of those songs are, you know, they're eternally relatable. And there's nothing more special than being on a stage in front of, you know, 1,000 people, 3,000 people, or whatever, and singing songs and making people emotional or happy. You know, it's a magical thing that happens on stage with musical theatre, and I think it's unique only to musical theatre. And if anyone is lucky enough to stand on a stage and sing a song to an audience, all in the darkness, but looking the same way at you, there's nothing quite like it. It's very, very special.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
My pleasure. Keep enjoying it.
Thank you. We're going to go to microphone number 3 up at the top right.
Hello, my name is Archie.
Hello, Archie.
I'm from North Wales.
Oh, fabulous.
What are your hobbies when you're not acting and singing?
Oh, well, at the moment, I don't have much time because all I do is sing and act and attend every Comic-Con. I'm right here. That's like, no, but when I'm not working, well, I never stop singing. I sing all the time, in the shower or in the car. In the car is very good, unless you're in the traffic lights and people are looking over and thinking you're crazy. But I like to travel. I like to stay fit. I like to go out for dinner to nice restaurants and eat really nice food. But traveling is probably the thing that I do the most. I love to travel. And one day, Archie, you'll be traveling a lot. And you can visit all these wonderful places in the world and take lots of photographs and send a postcard home to your granny. Which is what I